Hi again, Dr. Bull. This is part two. Sorry about it cutting off right there. So just making sure this is the standard for talking about 21st century tools, content. I think I'm proficient in that one, especially because ISTE is learning designer, making sure all the environments meet the needs and interests of students, as well as from the digital teaching and learning, just talking about human capacity and culture and making sure that we build technology, pedagogy, and content knowledge capacity in current staff members and create channels for the strategic recruitment of talented new hires. Our school had a huge turnover of teachers last year. And so just seeing the younger teachers come in and how excited they are to use technology and them asking me questions and how they can make sure they are, getting on board with everything, that was really just amazing for our year this year. For the next one, talking about making sure the content is appropriate, model digital literacy and safety. I want to say with this one, I am accomplished, pretty much close to being distinguished as well for that one. From the digital teaching and learning standards, it talked about personal growth and connectedness. And it was just talking about how we can evaluate emerging and current technologies and also reflect, share, and model those practices, even the ones that are promising, and then seeing how effective they really can be using technology with students, and then connecting more with our educators, administrators, everybody, globally, just to connect and see how they are using the different various forms of technology. And it also goes under data and assessment, I think, because if we are using it safely and ethically, we just want to make sure we're using best practices. So we do need to kind of, reflect and assess on that as well. It also goes with being a digital citizen advocate from the ISTE Standards, just to make sure we are providing that safe environment for the kids. For the next one, this one is pretty much talking about the principles of teaching and learning, how we can promote those. So for that one, I think I am accomplished. I really think I collaborate with so many different members, just not our school community, but around the district and in other places through different groups that I'm in. And especially with the new social studies standards, I was on one of those State Department teaching cohort groups that were working on some of that and the different practices with that. And so I think with that one, I would definitely say accomplished. And that kind of goes with the ISTE standards, talking about data-driven, making sure you're a decision maker with that. Talking about digital teaching and learning, how can we assess, create, those learning profiles, strengths, weaknesses, interests, what are the gaps the kids have, and just making sure that we're really focusing on those personalized experiences for that one. For standard 5, this one is talking once again about those formative and summative assessments. So for that, I would think that I am accomplished in that, varied forms of assessments. And so we are, like I said, I think in the other part 1, our district has district assessments for language arts and math every 9 weeks. And so that's through Google Forms. But in our classes, I'm also trying to make sure that we're using other ways for the students to create and share and their learning through essays. We're trying to get the kids to create 6 pieces of digital writing this year. So we're trying to make sure they have a math piece, science piece, social studies, and then they could have 2 or 3 language arts, or they could have some overlap with the other content areas. And so right now it's halfway through the year and we're only supposed to have 2. Our 4th graders, they have 3 already done. They went through the whole writing process, typed everything, and I helped them create their own digital portfolio in Google Classroom and their Google Drive. And my hope is that next year when they go to 5th grade, that I can kind of help those teachers see the formatting and the setup of it, so then they can just add a new folder. And I might even do it with the kids before they graduate from 4th grade this year, so it'll be ready. But so it's all going to be in that same spot, and it's going to follow them throughout their whole career for the middle and high school, because they're going to be using that same Google Drive. And they can just see a progression in their learning, not just in their typing style, but also their writing and thinking style. So I'm really excited about that. So I think that kind of goes with how we can, assess them, but also see the finished products as well. And that also goes with being a data-driven decision maker from the ISTE Standards. For the next one, it talked about professional growth and professional goals as well. And so for that one, I think I am distinguished. Through the ISTE Standards, it talks about being a professional learning facilitator, coaching, planning, providing and evaluating the impact of professional learning. So I think that our district is really working on that, and through their help, we actually are creating a Power Up initiative. Our teachers have to have at least 5 technology hours every year. As a TTL, technology teacher leader, I have to provide at least 10 sessions, professional development sessions for our teachers at our school. Every school, middle, elementary, high school, has a TTL in our district. And so if the teachers want more than that, we also have the Power Up initiative, where they can actually go through Google Classroom, through things they're already doing, and then create a reflection, and then actually it's like a little sticker, and it shows like a battery, and it just shows based on the activities that they've done. They get professional development technology hours. They also get that great visual of their progress in technology. We have a teacher at our school. She's already got 2 of the different activities on hers. And so that's great, because the other teachers get to see it and then see, what they can accomplish. So I think that's a great starting point for that. And then for the last one, let's see if I can move that. The last one talks about functioning effectively in a complex, dynamic environment. And I just think, as teachers, if you can't monitor and adjust, if you can't flow with what's going on and keep your head above water, it's not the profession for you. And so looking at the ISTE Standards, it talked about, I couldn't really find one that just pinpointed that, but I think I went with the first one, because it talks about being a change agent and how everyone always has access to high quality learning. And so I think if you're really trying to go with the flow and learn and do what you can to be a better educator and facilitator, I think that goes with that. For the digital teaching and learning, under leadership in digital technology, it talks about promoting that lifelong learning process. And I loved how it said, through the process of success, failure, grit, and perseverance. And I think as an educator, if you don't have that grit to dig in, hold on, and really work with those kids and show the hard love, tough love, because sometimes it's going to happen. The internet's going to go down. The program's not going to work. The device is going to break. Somebody's going to call you stressing and having an SOS moment because whatever they were going to do with those kids, it's not working. And so I really appreciate that they ask for help, because then I try to troubleshoot. And, most of the time I can, if I can't solve it then, at least I can get them going where we can fix out, work out the kinks later. So that is that one. So overall, I think I do have room to grow. I think we all have room to grow. But overall, I think that I am on the right track to be an instructional technology facilitator. And I am so glad that I saw the digital teaching and learning Standards for administrators as well as classroom teachers. And then the ISTE Standards for coaches. That has also been eye-opening to me, and I feel better about all of that. And so for this semester, this last set of classes, I really think that I am in a better place as far as a roadmap of where I want to be and how I can grow as a technology facilitator for our school and our students. So I hope this reflection finds you in a good place as well. And I look forward to what we're going to learn more together this semester. Thanks, sir.